just to be here for this team and this group?
Oh, it's a blessing, you know. Honestly, COVID hit, but also having the chance to play again, that's big. So, I mean, one more last dance, that's all I can say.
You've had, okay.
I was like, speaking of dancing, when I was at Pac-12 Media Day, Chase said you're the best dancer on the team. Chase Lucas said that. Is that true?
Hey, all I can say is just put some music on.
You've been through kind of a revolving door of coaches during your time here. Is it nice having Robert Rodriguez again over a couple of years, just sort of as a mainstay instead of rotation of coaches?
I mean, like I said, it's a blessing. You know, it's a blessing to have him again. Because you know, honestly, he could have left and went somewhere else, but he decided to stay and keep rebuilding on this unit that we were focused on. I mean, the defensive line unit has progressed tremendously, and I mean, honestly, that's one thing that he's focusing on, trying to build us up from the ground up.
Given that all you've seen with multiple coaches and just being here multiple years, what kind of approach are you taking with that leadership aspect of your group, just that you've seen so much in your time here?
Just be humble. That's all I want to be, more humble. I'm not the vocal guy. I'm just more so the guy that you just go out there and do it, and then I talk on the side a little bit like, hey, you need to do this, do that. But I mean, just being humble. You know, at the end of the day, Coach Rod teaches us to be humble. Learn and teach. Don't be a motivator that much. But you know, he wants to teach more than he wants to be a motivator.
You guys got as many quarterback pressures and sacks last year as anybody as a percentage of snaps, and everybody's back. So what does it feel like the potential is for the group this year?
It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, we got a lot on the line. You know, we're probably known as the bad boys, and we like that. We want to be known as the bad boys on the team. So, but it's a high expectation for us now. You know, we got to do better than we did last year. We had 4 games. Now we're hoping for 15, and that's the goal, 15 games. So.
What's it been like seeing some of these other young guys come along and progress the way that they have? Matus, Trevez, even though he's not younger, he's really come on, right? What's it been like kind of watching that?
Mike, don't get it twisted. Mike is old too, but and Trevez, he's the oldest.
But they haven't played much, inexperienced more.
I mean, yeah, it's good. I'm glad to see Mike do what he do. I mean, Mike is a hard worker. I mean, he puts in a lot of work. Like, after we did his interview, and I eat, we went up there to watch film. So, I mean, Mike is the hardest worker on the team, and Trevez, I mean, hey, he's coming into a new element, and he's adjusting well. And don't forget about Omar. Omar is just different. So, I mean, he plays with a high motor, and then we have BJ and G that just came in. We're trying to help them install into what we're building up right now.
Mm-hmm. And you've played all over the place, in different schemes and 3-tech and all that stuff. So you have the ability to sort of help all these guys understand the roles and everything. So from a leadership standpoint, like what do you feel like is your responsibility?
Just to help communicate with them. As a leader, you can't have no days off. You know, you can't lack, because at the end of the day, they're gonna see you lacking, and they're gonna lack too. So at the end of the day, you gotta play with high motor. You know, right now it's day 2. I need to do better than what I did on day 1. You know, and tomorrow I need to do better than I did on day 2. So every day you're just stacking up days, and you want to play your best.
Jermaine has gone through a lot in the last year. We know what he can do on the field. Just kind of what are the conversations that you guys have, and what do you think is just like, you know, just how he moves forward after everything that he's kind of been through?
I mean, Jermaine is a tough guy, you know. But at the end of the day, when we up in here, it's just football. Get that off his mind. We like to joke around with him. He's a jokester. Don't let him fool you. He's a jokester. Even though he's serious sometimes, he's a jokester. But just he's a hard worker. I mean, guy is tough. You know, he played through a lot of injuries last year, and he's also producing a lot of things that nobody said he could do.
What would you say your personal and team goals are for this season?
Just finish the year with a bang. You know, we see that Rose Bowl trophy, platinum thing out there every day, and we just look at it like, man, like we could really do something special. And everybody's saying something special, but we got to put in the work to do it. And for me, just to finish my last year with a bang, you know, second last dance. That's what. But I mean, it's all good though. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the coaches taking their time to, you know, do stuff for me.
What would the actual last actual dance be?
Oh, I mean, hey, national championship. That's all I can say. Yeah, so that's all.
Why did you decide to come back?
This team is different. You know, this team has something inside of us that that nobody knows about. You know, and honestly, we want to do something big, and I feel like here was the best thing. So.
I know Omar was one of those guys who could add more depth for you just with his capability. Where do you feel like he's at in his development?
Oh, he's an animal. You know, I mean, day by day he's getting better. I mean, honestly, I'm competing with him, so and at the end of the day, he's competing with me. So we both like to get better off each other. So he's a good player, good mindset and everything. I'm sorry for sweating, but it's good. But I mean, he's a good player. We have a lot of like Coach Rod say. I knew I could hear him over there, but this team is special. This D-line group is special. So we want to be the best. Like we looked at the top 50 coaches or top D-line coaches that we see him on there. It just kind of urged us to be better. You know.
Omar broke coach's glasses. Does that give you a little bit of edge in that competition?
Hey, you gotta go harder today. And walkthrough's gonna be crazy now. But yeah, it's gonna be spectacular.
So how much has Rod just transformed you guys overall?
I mean, the game has gotten real easier as we got with him. You know, at first we were just like dang, like we didn't know this, we didn't know that. You know, certain stuff we picked up and we were like, okay, actually this game could be slower than what it is. So don't ever think about it.
Michael talked about making this scheme your own as kind of what you guys are focusing on in year 2. How do you approach that, and what does that mean for you guys just to do that?
Just mastering it. That's all. You know, we didn't transfer this thing around since I've been here. We went from a 4-3 to a 3-3-5 to a 2-5. Oh my God, at least. So you know, it's a lot of stuff. But like, I mean, we wanna get Tyler over there crazy. But nah, it's we just want to master this scheme and, you know, dominate the Pac-12 and then go further and then dominate whoever next in the national championship playoffs.
That was Tyler Johnson?
Yes, just a goofball.
He could dominate if he wants to, right?
Hey, he's a playmaker. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tyler is a playmaker. He's a one of a kind. I think I call on that. He's a nutcase, but he can go through some stuff though. But I mean, I appreciate him. Me and him being here for 5 years, and we just look at each other every day and be like, let's go to work.
Do you think you're going to have a lot of meetings at the quarterback this year? The team?
Hey, that's the goal. That's the goal. So, hey, we want to, like, honestly, we wanted him to be, we look at the UCLA game, that quarterback. We don't want him to run no more. So, but at the end of the day, we want to have parties. You know, we want to just dance, like smush the quarterback every time we go out there. But I mean, that's the goal. Just to meet up at the quarterback, high five, do everything. So like dance. So that's the one thing we want to do is just play there.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.